Last week, we got started on this patio covering. This week, we work as hard as we can through the rain to try and get as much done as we possibly can. And with all of the heavy rain we've been receiving, the heavy equipment we've been using has taken a toll on our quarter-mile driveway. Our neighbors give us a hand to help us make it a little bit more drivable until we can get it set and ready with a full gravel setup. We're two hitchhikers. We met while hiking Mount Baldy with mutual friends, wasted no time, got engaged on a frozen alpine lake, got hitched, and have been adventuring together since. We're embarking on a new adventure of living big in a tiny home. Let's see how this goes.
Adventure awaits.
So I'm out here doing some gardening stuff with little Ray on my back, enjoying the late afternoon, and I hear this machine, which is unusual to hear something so close to us because of where we're located. And I look, and I'm seeing this is a grater. This is so awesome! I'm gonna step away a little bit because I know it's loud and my audio is not great. So we got so many ruts in our long driveway. It's a quarter-mile long because we had to use the excavator so extensively, and with Ruben going back and forth with all of our heavy rains, it just created rut after rut after rut. And we tried to fill it in, like backfill it with gravel, but we just have these major rocks, these lava rocks here on the property, and they were just kept getting exposed, and no matter what we did, we couldn't make that road flat. So our awesome neighbors came to the rescue. It's just so amazing. We just have the best neighbors. They were the ones who set up the fence for their cattle. They're helping us with the cattle grazing to get rid of all of the extra grass we have going on. And since they drove on our driveway, they were like, oh my gosh, you poor things. Anyway, long story short, God is good. And this is just amazing. This would be thousands of dollars, you guys. Oh. All right, well, today we're gonna try and get as much done as we possibly can. Rain was in the forecast, but now it looks like it's sort of clearing up a bit. But before we get started on finishing that patio cover, we need to get a little bit more lumber. We realized we did not get enough the last time we came and did a run. So we're here picking up some lumber early in the morning. And of course we have Ray with us just to get out. She loves the morning drives. So as soon as we finish up here, we have to run into town for a couple of errands, and then we're gonna head home, hopefully finish this patio cover. That way we can move on to the water project. There she goes.
If you can please grab the rest of the 2x6s that are on the pile, if you can cut those down to 16 feet exactly.
Okie dokie.
So this needs to come in. So I have to take those two off and strap it, pull it in by a full inch, so it needs to move in a lot more.
Even. You want to tip one at a time?
Yep.
Um,
Just let it rest.
okay. It's raining.
Yeah, well, we chose to work out here in this rain.
This is actually kind of nice as long as it doesn't get heavier.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's move these over.
All right, so we have cut down all of these 2x6s and put them up here. So Ruben is putting them into place on the edges, and then I'm going through and hammering them in between. So we're doing
Nail gap.
a nail gap in between each one. So yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And as we're working up here, our neighbors are they walked their bull over, so he is now going to be penned up in our little part of the property over there. They're going to keep him away from the heifers because they don't want calves as soon as cows will have calves if they have a bull in their area. I'll leave it at
They
that.
don't want calves in the winter.
She's barely awake.
Bam!
Perfect fit.
See.
It's dry under here.
Not a bad view to look at.
Well, we finished last night just in time because we saw that rainbow and the rain hasn't stopped since. It's been a nice steady drizzle. But yeah, it was just a very relaxing night to sleep, and it's supposed to rain through about noon today. So hopefully after that we can continue working, but the patio's looking very nice.
And we're just going to bolt through here, and then through here. So we're going to do it in like 3 spots. And then this is going to take the bolt in, and then it's going to ratchet itself down. Okay. Go here, and then we're gonna cut it right here.
Well, we skipped a little bit of a step. I say it was Ruben. It was all his fault.
I learned what to do all over again. It's been a long time since I used these wonderful straps.
So the strap snapped, but only because we jumped ahead a step. So now he's doing it over.
When we roll it up, it's gonna be rolled up like this. That way, so when it rolls, it's actually going to like create more of a circle instead of a straight edge.
Which is what snapped before.
Exactly. So we're trying to avoid this. We want it to be round like the bolt. And once we have it round like the bolt, it's going to keep all the strength and give us all the tension we need.
And if you're wondering what this eyesore is here, it's my little mini greenhouse system. We haven't had enough time to actually prepare a indoor planting system with the lights and everything. So I need to get started on things. So I have red solo cups filled with soil. I planted little seeds in there and some are sprouting. So I bring it out here in the daytime. Temperatures are still not super warm. So this is why I have it under the plastic. Still getting light. And it's okay, keep going. And then at night, I take everything inside the shed where it stays nice and temperate. And then I bring everything back outside during the daytime. And yeah, we've got a couple things sprouting already. So hopefully this works. And I've got a couple in here, things sprouting. And also here. So what I did is I cut the bottles in half. And then I duct tape one side so it still gets airflow, but it stays nice and moist and it stays a little bit warmer inside. Our thyme is doing excellent. It lasted the winter. Our lavender lasted the winter. And our rosemary lasted the winter. We've got some arugula growing here. And then arugula. And over on the other side, in our raised garden beds, I've got garlic and onion and leeks and cabbage. Although the cabbage bolted, so I don't think I'm gonna get a harvest there. The weather's been weird lately. Yeah. Round 2. Okay, the right tool. You
yes.
have the correct tool.
Finally.
It's happened to me. Sorry, I don't know what.
Finally! This wrench there. So you see how it's rolling it in? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we want. A few in, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, come on! I have all these songs stuck in my head now.
90 songs.
I know. Right, now you see how it's locked in? It's locked in on that end right there. Because once it's in here, it no longer spins. See? So, and now, this is nice and tight. God forbid we get a 90-mile-an-hour wind. She's gonna hold her own. And now compared to this,
Oh.
and that's just me picking it up. Once you have wind, it's gonna like.
After installing the rest of the hurricane ties, it was time to focus on some support bracing.
Step on it, please.
Stepping on it. It's working.
It's working. Great. It does take away from the punching bag area, but safety first.
It's okay, I can practice on you.
My sister. That stiffened it up completely.
Dance party? Well, despite the chilly and wet weather we've been having over the last few days, we still managed to get a lot done. Now, the funny thing is, we ran out of nails. So my job this week is to finish nailing in these deck boards above me, and then I will be sanding and sealing all of the wood here so that way we make sure that we are A-okay for the next rainstorm and especially for the summer sun. So temperatures are fairly warm in the daytime. We're probably getting in the 60s, but at night we're close to freezing, if not down below freezing. So I'm still focusing on taking all of these seedlings out during the day, and then I'll take them back into the shed and put them on the seed mat at night. That way they still have a little bit of the warmth to keep them cozy, and then hopefully they will be ready to transplant by the time we get our raised garden beds ready to receive some plants, but we'll see how that goes. As usual, the projects around here are really never ending. We said we'd have everything done by the end of 2023, but yeah, I feel like we're halfway through 2024 already. But that is just the nature of how things go around here. We're enjoying it, it's wonderful, and we love where we live. So there's no complaining on this part. It is long days here. Our work weeks are hard work weeks, both for Ruben and myself. It's early mornings and a very busy weekly schedule. Then the weekends, we hit our projects around this property area. So things are busy, but things are good. So I have no idea what our updates for you will be next week, but we appreciate you watching just the same. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that like button if you got something out of this. But stay tuned next week for whatever updates we have on this tiny home, homestead, property build endeavor adventure that we've got going on. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks again.